Welcome back to tv.withinism.com. My name is Patricia Neville and I am a fashion designer. Today we're going to talk about what to do with the shoes you already have worn during your wedding. And you would like maybe to have them again and use them again, but they are too dirty to be able to be wearable and in white. As you can see, you make stains, the shoe comes like it was old, so you want to reuse them. And I think most of you would like to know how to make them in a different color, how to dye them. Well, today we're going to do that. You need blue tape. So this is the kind that you use for painting in your house. You can buy that at any warehouse. And this is the narrowest one that I can find. So what I do is I just use regular paper scissors and I cut them in half. So I cut little pieces like this, and then I can block the areas that I don't want to dye. Another product you're gonna need is this is a professional dye, of course, but you can probably find them at any fabric stores. And then also you need a brush. You can find at an art store. Find out that you have something with maybe, you see how I like the tip? I like it to be thin and kind of going up, so you can have different angles to use in the areas that are very small that you don't want to, mostly when you're gonna have two areas and you're gonna dye only one area and not the other. And then you need a little sponge or a little cotton ball, something that absorbs the dye and allows you to dye very fast. The dyeing process is very delicate because you dye in another color, so you have to be very fast so it becomes even, so you don't make rings. Because remember, you can only dye this way a shoe that is made in fabric. Like over here, for example, it has a little tool, but it's on top of a nylon, and that does not take a dye. So I'm gonna block all this area over here. Also, this is leather, so we're gonna keep it white, and this part, so we need to make put a tape around here and around the sole so it looks professional. Well, let's start. Let me show you, for example, what do I do with the tape. And what I do is I just try to place it as best as possible in the edges, and then fold it like this. And with your nails or maybe a little instrument you may find flat, like a knife, and just go like this. Make sure that it goes inside between the sole and the fabric. Because I don't want you to get bored me doing the tape, I actually prepare the other side of the shoe already, so we can start on the process. So be careful. Wear something you're not afraid to stain. I don't like gloves because I have to feel what I'm doing, but if you want to wear some gloves, that will be good. First, always make sure that the dye is well shaped, so it's very uniform when you're dyeing, and you get the best of it, because sometimes it becomes too liquid, too clear in the top. When you open any container, just open it slowly, just because you never know, if they may have a little bit of how you call that, gas in there or something. You don't want them to jump into your eyes. Perhaps it will be important also when you're treating with anything that you don't know, to wear some goggles or glasses so nothing goes into your eyes. And if the smell is too strong, I would recommend also to wear a mask, and do everything always in a ventilated area. Okay, well, we're gonna start with the brush first, because the smallest, so you don't make mistakes. You just want to make sure that it works. So I'm going with the pencil. It was like a pencil, but it's a brush, in the small area, and see if this is gonna work, and it does. So you see, I always go in the small areas first, so I know what it needs to be dyed. And once that I have the small areas, see, you don't have to worry so much about the getting a stain the other area, because you have the little glue tape in there. Yet try not to bleed the material because it may go through. So you just, even though you have a tape, try to be very careful. So I'm doing it just on the edges. And let's see. See how it bleeds right away. So when you're bleeding, just try to do it in the direction of the bleeding, you know, meaning that keep the shoe looking down so it doesn't go into the other area that we don't want to touch. So here it is, and there we go. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bottom now. Let's see, again, very fast here. You don't have to be an artist for this, you know. You all you have to do is be patient, and also you have to maybe practice on a pair of shoes you don't like so much before, just to make sure that you feel confident enough that you can do it. So okay, that's for the small area. So now we're gonna use the little cotton, dip it in there, make sure it's, you know, completely covered, and then look how fast this goes. Whoa, that's fun. You see what I need the blue tape? Oh my god, because probably the tip is too big, but it's perfect because then it dyes it really fast. Look at how pretty. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look awesome. Okay, so I don't want to do the heel yet because that should be the last part. We still have areas inside to cover, and so I'll put my little cotton again in here, and I go back to my brush, and then I'll try to do, you see I want to do all this edge over here, so I already taped it inside, so I'm gonna be very careful and do this area here first. If it gets stained a little bit on the leather, it's not so important, but this is the part that I didn't want to stain because it's a see-through. So I have to be very, very careful with that. You know, most shoes now are made in China, and they use mostly glue to make the shoes, and sometimes the glue, as you can see here, you see, is very evident to the eye, and it doesn't dye well. So I have a trick for that. We'll see when we take the tape out what happened, if it's still showing. But sometimes when it doesn't take it, I just use a Sharpie and go through it. So it's a little bit of a trick. No, I don't know if that should call it professional, but whatever works. So let's see. Almost done. And if it goes into the leather a little bit, once that is dry, you can clean that with alcohol and it will come off. If you don't have alcohol, you can use nail polish remover. The nail polish remover that have acetone, not the perfume one that they sell now. I hate that one. Okay, just trying to be fast so I can, but don't you, when you're doing it yourself, don't be fast. Look, my fingers. I'm terrible. So wear gloves probably is better. And voila, it's done. We're gonna wait until it dries, and then we can take the tape out, and then you can clean the parts that are leather, and the little rhinestones with a little alcohol, and that way they come out new again. There are liquids also to clean the usage of the, of your foot over here, because this is kind of fabric, and there are liquids for that. Okay, let's see how it looks in the front when we take the blue tape out. Voila! See, that's very nice. And there you are. You have a black and white